No one in the room noticed the elbow coming. It happened fast, too fast to register as intentional. A sharp movement, a sudden impact, bone against cheek. Her head snapped sideways. For half a second, the war room went silent. Not because someone had been hurt, but because someone had crossed a line they didn't even know existed. Commander Rachel Hale staggered one step back, her hand instinctively touching her face. There was no blood, just a dull throb where the elbow had landed, hard enough to echo in her skull. Around her, chairs scraped, tablets paused mid-scroll. A dozen high-ranking officers froze, eyes flicking between her and the man who had struck her. Captain Derek Vaughan didn't apologize. He didn't even look concerned. Instead, he scoffed. "Watch where you're standing," he muttered, already turning back toward the massive digital map glowing across the wall. A few people chuckled nervously. Rachel didn't. She straightened slowly. Not angry, not embarrassed, just still. Because she knew something no one else in that room did. And in exactly 6 minutes, every screen in that war room would light up with a file so classified, so buried, that even the Joint Chiefs hadn't seen it in full. A file with her name on it. The room that decided wars. The Pentagon's sub-level war room didn't look dramatic to outsiders. No flags, no grand speeches, just steel, glass, and screens, dozens of them displaying live satellite feeds, drone telemetry, troop movements, and threat indicators across 4 continents. This room didn't debate history, it made it. Rachel stood near the edge of the table, slightly apart from the others. She wasn't part of the Corps command staff, not officially. She was listed as a logistics liaison, a placeholder, someone who observed. That's what Vaughan had called her 2 hours earlier. "Just sit tight and take notes," he'd said, flashing a tight smile that never reached his eyes. Rachel complied. She always did, because the people who underestimated her always gave her exactly what she needed: time. Who they thought she was. To the room, Rachel Hale was an anomaly. Early 30s, calm voice, no visible rank insignia that demanded respect. She didn't fit the image of command. No loud confidence, no ego, no interruptions. Captain Vaughan, on the other hand, filled the space effortlessly. Decorated, vocal, connected. He had the kind of confidence that came from believing the system was built for him and that no one in the room would ever challenge it, especially not her. When the elbow hit, Vaughan assumed it would pass like everything else. It didn't. Rachel slowly lowered her hand from her cheek and looked up at the main screen. Her expression didn't change, but her eyes hardened. The apparition that started it all. On the wall, a red outlined region pulsed. Eastern Mediterranean. An extraction had gone wrong, badly. A covert asset embedded 3 years earlier had gone dark. 2 recon teams sent to verify were now unaccounted for. And somewhere in that region was information that could destabilize alliances overnight. Everyone in the room was talking, except Rachel. She had already read the subtext, already knew why this meeting felt rushed, already knew who they were about to blame when it failed. Vaughan tapped the table sharply. "We're losing daylight. We need authorization for escalation." A general frowned. "That asset was never meant to be retrieved." Rachel finally spoke. "That's not accurate." The room shifted. Vaughan turned toward her slowly, irritation flashing across his face. "And you would know how?" Rachel met his eyes. "Because the extraction protocol was rewritten 6 months ago." A pause. Someone cleared their throat. Vaughan smirked. "With respect, liaison, protocol isn't strategy." That's when he stepped sideways and his elbow struck her face. 6 minutes. Rachel checked the time on her watch. Exactly 6 minutes. That's how long it would take. The war room returned to motion, but something had changed. The air felt heavier. Rachel didn't argue, didn't defend herself. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small, unmarked access card. No rank, no label, just Matt.